Wow, a real superhero.
I have little wings on my feet.
It's over. It's over.
It's another day of the week, kids, which can only mean one thing. Another superhero movie has been released in theaters. But this is no ordinary superhero movie. It's the long-awaited return of no one's favorite Justice League member. That's right, after 5 years, 4 release date changes, a disgraced co-star, and 1 corporate buyout, Aquaman 2 is finally here, which marks the official end of the DCEU, until James Gunn comes in and restarts the whole thing. So, will this giant flaming turd of a cinematic universe manage to go out with a bang, or will it be more like this? That's what we're going to talk about today. Do you like movies with heavy-handed global warming messages in them?
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Well, then I've got a movie made just for you. Grab a beer and your favorite goldfish, kids, as we take a look at Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom. So, Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom starts like any great movie, with a voiceover, scored by a classic rock song, which tells you everything that's happened to the main character since the last movie.
Now, I'm a husband and a father.
It turns out that Aquaman doesn't like being the king of Atlantis, but there's one job that he does like, being a dad. And he does all of the things that great dads do, like ride motorcycles, play water sports, and day drink while babysitting his kid.
I'm drunk.
Cut to Antarctica, where we see a scientist, played by Jim Halpert impersonator Randall Park,
You're not Jim. Jim's not Asian.
who, with the help of Black Manta, is trying to find Atlantis. But then they find something more sinister. A black trident that is possessed by an evil dead king takes over the body of Manta and tries to unleash his ancient army onto the world. And if that sounds familiar, it's because it's the same plot as The Mummy: Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. 5 months later, Manta and his henchmen are seen piloting an ancient submarine, which is so advanced it can be hooked up to modern computers, but still needs a wooden captain's wheel to steer for some reason. And you may be asking yourself, how do these humans know how to use the technology of an ancient civilization? And who is designing their matching leather suits?
Edna mode.
Well, good news, because all of that is going to be explained in yet another voiceover. It turns out that once again, off screen, the Trident has told Manta how to operate all of the equipment, and that it requires a special fuel, which is highly combustible and has been outlawed for centuries, because it releases massive amounts of greenhouse gas.
How do we get rid of the greenhouse gases?
We simply drop a giant ice cube into the ocean every now and then.
Manta then steals a bunch of fuel from Atlantis, which causes a PS4-looking fight to take place. Then, everyone's favorite bed pooper, Amber Heard, shows up. Surprised at how strong Manta is now, Arthur decides to break his brother out of prison, so they can team up to save Atlantis. Then we get yet another voiceover, explaining why Aquaman needs a special stealth suit.
Other figures each sold separately.
Eventually, he manages to break his brother out of prison, who then informs Arthur that they have to go on a side quest to meet an old contact who might know where Manta is. So then we end up in a secret underwater pirate nightclub, all of which is explained to us again by a voiceover. And it's here that we meet Kingfish, a fat gangster who laughs a lot and has a band made up of wacky creatures. Wait, why does this part sound so familiar? Anyway, we then learn that massive amounts of greenhouse gases are causing the Earth to heat up very fast.
How dare you!
And all of this is happening because the evil undead king who is possessing Manta is frozen in the Arctic ice, and he needs to raise the temperature of the world so that the ice can be thawed and he can be freed. And as the planet heats up and Manta gets closer to unleashing this army, the movie we end up with is terrible. And by terrible, I mean it absolutely stinks. Some are saying that it's so bad that even The Flash is better, which at first I thought sounded like a bit of a stretch. But after seeing both movies, I can say that at least The Flash has Michael Keaton in it. I mean, yes, he's barely able to stand upright in the Batman costume, but at least he's in it, and is able to give us moments of an actor acting. Everyone in this looks like they could care less if they make a movie or not, which makes sense when you consider that they went through 3 rounds of reshoots. The CGI is also an absolute mess. I know that the VFX people are overworked and underpaid, but between this and The Flash, WB has really got to get their CGI game together. But to the credit of James Wan, he's not taken to social media yet to try to explain how it's all on purpose. All of this, combined with a plot that stinks, full of characters that you don't care about, trying to accomplish a goal that is terribly uninteresting, causes this movie to be one of the worst of the year.
You know, that's just like, your opinion, man.
So, at the end of the day, would I recommend seeing this movie? Well, no. It's just not good. I saw nothing redeemable about the movie that would justify going to the theater. If you just absolutely have to see how this flaming turd known as the DCEU comes to an end, then maybe wait for it to come out on streaming. Other than that, I wouldn't bother with it at all. There are several very promising movies coming out this weekend, all of which would certainly be better than this. Well, that's it for this one, folks. Have you seen Aquaman The Lost Kingdom? What did you think about it? Leave a comment below and let me know. As always, thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.